It is now 6 p.m. Welcome everyone to the Eastpointe City Council special meeting. Today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. I'm glad to see everyone again this evening. We're going to start with our roll call.
Good evening, Mayor. Councilmember Curley.
Here.
And your location, sir?
Eastpointe, sorry.
Councilmember DeMonico.
Here in Eastpointe.
Councilmember Lucido.
Here in Eastpointe.
Councilmember Moore.
Here in Eastpointe.
Mayor Owens.
Here, Eastpointe. Thank you, Ms. Holman. Next is the hearing of the public. We now open a hearing of the public for those who are guests, residents, and also people that want to have their opinions or any suggestions to mayor and council at this time. Please, we ask to be respectful for those who are listening of all ages. Now it's time for the hearing of the public. Do you see anyone, Ms. Holman, at this time?
No, Mayor, I don't. Let me just double check though.
Okay, thank you.
There's no one in chat and I don't see any hands raised.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move right along to the adoption of resolution number 21-1920, limited state of emergency. And that was put together by our attorney, Mr. Albright. And I'm going to go ahead and read this. The city of Eastpointe in the county of Macomb, that resolution. And the resolution is to declare a limited state of emergency. Whereas the city of Eastpointe is continuing to take proactive steps to mitigate the spread of the novel coronavirus COVID-19, as we all know. Whereas the spread and recovery of COVID-19 falls within definitions of the Emergency Management Act of 1976. Act 390 of 1976 and represents an occurrence or threat of a widespread or severe damage, injury, or loss of life. Whereas, as a result of this ongoing situation and the impact to the city's residents and the city's employees, the city believes it is necessary to authorize the mayor or her designee to take reasonable steps to protect the health and safety of the city's residents and employees, and to further create reasonable flexibility to react and take action in regards to Michigan's Open Meetings Act and ordinances. And whereas it has become necessary based upon the above stated conditions for the city council to declare by this resolution a state of emergency as authorized under section 10 of Act 390 PA 1976 and grant the mayor or her designee the emergency powers and authority to provide therein, including the authority to suspend enforcement of any city ordinances, regulations, policies, or practices adverse to the health and safety of residents. Authority schedule, reschedule, restrict and or cancel any meetings of any commissions or committees, including any planning commission, zoning board of appeals, or any other city meeting to otherwise restrict or impose reasonable safeguards for all approved meetings under Senate Bill 1108, including but not limited to conducting meetings remotely due to the hardships imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the passage of this resolution that the city of Eastpointe, by majority vote of the city council in accordance with section 10 of Act 390 PA 1976, as amended, hereby declares that a state of emergency exists within our jurisdiction as March 31st, 2021, and that the mayor or her designee are hereby granted the above temporary authority and as otherwise provided by statute through, I don't know, ending, it has no ending date of 2021. So that means it's ongoing because we don't know when this coronavirus is going to end. Be it resolved, a certified copy of this resolution shall be forwarded by lien or facsimile by fax to the commanding officer of the Emergency Management Division, Department of State Police, lien code ELES, MSP, which is in Michigan State Police Special Operations Division, lien code ELOP, and appropriate EMO district coordinator pursuant to section 10 of Act 390 PA 1976 as amended.
Madam Mayor, if I could address just one point on the blank space on page 1. The city certainly doesn't know when the COVID-19 pandemic is going to subside to a point where it won't be a danger any longer. But with the rising infection rates that are going up, it certainly looks like it's going to be around for the foreseeable future. But what the statute that was passed here in Michigan allows for is to declare a state of emergency and allow the remote learning through at least December 31st of this year. It can be a shorter period of time depending on what the council wishes to do. So it could be for any period of time not to exceed December 31st of this year under the current statutes. Now, those statutes may be amended during the course of this year, depending on infection rates. But right now, as it stands, the council can make this this resolution effective through December 31st of 2021, or some period shorter than that.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be anything that I do. I want to make this clear before I give it over to Councilwoman Lucido. Anything that I do as mayor, I always take precedence over what listen to what council has to say and what their thoughts. I think when we first did the COVID-19 first came, Councilwoman Lucido was telling me a lot of things that she saw and helped me to make judgment on a lot of things. So, I know this is the mayor is the designee, but all council and their opinions and also the opinions of the residents, I also take into account in how I make my decisions. Councilwoman Lucido.
Yes, I just had a quick question for Mr. Albright. So let's say we pass this, and let's say we only passed it for like 2 or 3 months, and then at that time we thought we needed to extend it, we'd be able to pass another one, correct?
Correct.
All right, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, because that would be my recommendation, is maybe do it for a couple of months or a few months, and then, if we need to extend it at that time, revisit it.
Any other council members have any other suggestions on this?
Sure.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Yeah, I would agree. I would think probably 3 months. Put it, I'd say 3 months, and then if we needed anything longer than that, we can always come back to it. So that would be the end of June.
June. I know my thoughts. I'm actually on the board of Beaumont Hospital, and the numbers have risen. And so just like Mr. Albright said, the numbers are rising, and we still have to find a strategic way in how we're going to hold our meetings. And I don't think we have done that right now. We have a lot of ideas, but we haven't found an exact idea in how we want to do that. So, I mean, we can, like you said, we can do 3 months, or we can do it. We can have the date already set through the end of this year. And then if we see the numbers going down, we can just change the date. That's another idea too. So we can do it up to three months, or we can do it up to the end of the year, and we see the numbers going down, we can change the date, either or. I think both of them sound pretty much the same, but you guys want to go ahead and
Mayor,
Councilman DeMonico?
I was just going to ask if Rich had a suggestion on how long, or just curious.
That's a decision that's best left for the council members. We could see the numbers continually go up. They've been going up over the last 2 weeks with no indication that they're going to level off anytime soon. And so the numbers could keep rising. I certainly hope not, but the council could extend it through all the way the year and revisit it, or do it for a period of time less than through the end of December. We certainly hope that the numbers are going to come down to very, very low levels. And that may happen over the summer, but we just don't know at this point.
Yeah, I think we should go to the end of the year and going by, and then continuously research what's going on. Again, when I looked at the numbers Ms. Doom gave, for East Point, it goes up again. I repeat, I am on the board of a hospital. And so a hospital probably would know more numbers than we would. And those numbers are continuously going up. And I have two sisters that are nurses and deal with it on a day-to-day basis. So they continuously help me. And I also talk to the director of public safety. He's letting me know what he deals with. So I'm head on what's going on. And so, but thank you for your recommendation, Mr. Albright. But having the research and also having people that actually deal with this day to day and being on a board with doctors and specialists is continuously rising. They don't talk about it as much, and it's not in the newspaper as much, but it's still here.
Well, Madam Mayor, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed, I haven't been tracking it, but I noticed a couple of weeks after they opened up the restaurants, which was February 1st, they opened up restaurants in Michigan.
Mhm.
They said it usually once something opens, it takes a couple of weeks before numbers start going up and of cases. I'm not saying that it's, part of it, but that was something that did open up that hadn't been, opened up for a minute. And then numbers did start climbing, and they've been steadily climbing ever since.
Okay, thank you. So we have people that's been watching the numbers. And like I said, it's my job to make sure, all of our job as elected officials, to make sure what's going on as far as the cases. And I think we've been doing a good job about that. And I think all of our suggestions are on point tonight. So you guys want to go forward and do a motion so we can.
I would like to do a motion to have a motion to adopt a resolution for the city of Eastpointe to continue to have these Zoom meetings until the end of the year. And if we need to shorten it, we can always shorten it. But therefore, we won't have to keep having a meeting every 3 months on this. And then we can always come back if the numbers fall.
So it's, your motion is December 31st, right? Sylvia?
Correct.
All right, I'll support that. If we have to come back, we'll come back, but
Yeah.
I'll support that.
Okay, we have motion and support. Please call the roll.
Unmute. Okay, Councilmember Moore,
Yes.
Councilmember Curley,
Yes,
Councilmember DeMonico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lucido,
Yes.
and Mayor Owens.
Yes. Next
Mayor?
is, yes, sir.
I will go ahead and I will provide another version of this resolution, just filling in that blank and getting that over to Mr. Gatson. I also noticed that there was a typographical error in the third paragraph. And this sometimes happens when a document is scanned and then sent via email. These different figures appear instead of a comma. It's actually looks like an equal sign. So I will make sure that the version that Mr. Gatson gets is a clean copy and does not contain any typographical errors.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I know you will have fixed it. So like you always do. Wasn't a big deal, but thank you. We're gonna go to mayor council report, starting with Councilman DeMonico.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'm just happy that we're doing what we can to mitigate the spread of COVID. So that is all. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Councilman Curley.
yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. I would just wish everybody a glorious and heavenly Easter, and just keep in mind why we're here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too. Councilwoman Moore.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. About the COVID shot, I mentioned it before that in Wayne County, Detroit, they were offering it. My daughter was able to call in on a Tuesday last week and get her shot on Wednesday. So less than a 24-hour turnaround they had. So she's had her first one. So if there's anyone that's still waiting on a waiting list, for any stores or any places, then Detroit has a place where you can get them at much quicker. Several of their places, you can get it maybe in the next day. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, Councilwoman Lucido.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just thank you to everyone for, coming out so we could have this meeting tonight. I think it's important, like everyone else has said, to, stop the spread of the coronavirus. That's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, I was telling you all that I'm on the board with Bold My Health, and those numbers and those statistics, I'll do my best and start sending that to you all as well, so you guys can know what's going on with the numbers. And so we can be better, strategic in how we do things in our city. And also want to thank everybody for coming in who are guests or residents, and Ms. Holman for helping conduct this meeting tonight. I also want to thank Press Apostolic Ministries. They were working with the Eastpointe High School just the other day. They were giving out socks to the all the kids that go to our, to the schools in our city. So thank you again to Pastor Cassandra with Press Apostolic Ministries and for working with our school district. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there, but thank you for continuously doing the work in our community. She doesn't live in the city of Eastpointe. Her church is not even in the city of Eastpointe, but I thank so many people for always reaching out to me and saying, Mayor Owens, what can I do to help you reach out to the community? And they have been actually doing that. So anybody that has helped me along the way in this journey of being the mayor, thank you for your help and your support. Saying that, we're going to go ahead to adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
Motion is supported. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Curley,
Yes.
Councilmember DeMonico,
Yes.
Councilmember Lucido,
Yes.
Mayor Owens,
Yes.
and Councilmember Moore.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's going too fast. Meeting adjourned. Everyone have a good weekend and stay blessed.
Everyone enjoy their Easter.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
Good
Night,
Friday.
everyone.